Lots of fun things going on this year. One of the things we always enjoy is George Knapp's look at things. 2008 was jam-packed with bad news. The war dragged on. The economy tanked. Even the Las Vegas economy, which is usually pretty recession-proof, felt a lot of the pain. In fact, in many ways, we led the way. But it's still possible to smile through our collective tears.
That's right. George Knapp looks back at some of the odds and ends over the last 12 months.
Mark Twain wrote that the source of all humor is sorrow, not joy. And if that's true, then 2008 was downright hilarious. Starting at the top, our governor, Jim Gibbons, was a one-man blooper reel. The governor decided he didn't want to be married anymore to that woman with the frozen smile who stood by him as he explained he did not grope a cocktail waitress after a night of boozing. The First Lady didn't want to go, though. Her move into a guest house at the governor's mansion landed in People magazine. Governor Sensitive confided to the world that he didn't want to be a lonely guy, and he wasn't for long. He used his state cell phone to send hundreds of late-night text messages to the wife of a dentist, presumably talking about, you know, the state budget and stuff. Then he showed up at the Reno rodeo with long, leggy Leslie, had a few hugs in the parking lot, but said they're just good friends. It's unknown how many of his friends have posed for Playboy as Leslie has. We'd guess she makes friends easily, though she seems to have trouble with buttons. Maybe the governor should join the Raelians, a religion known for its belief in extraterrestrials and free love. When a contingent of Raelians went to the airport to meet their prophet, they were ordered to leave, they say. Maybe it was their symbol, or maybe it was the skimpy outfits worn by their female members.
America, country of religious freedom, number one in the world, I think.
Something strange fell out of the sky in mid-May and crashed beside the Colorado River south of Needles. Then a bunch of helicopters came and scooped it up. Then mysterious men in odd vehicles came to town asking questions. The I-team caught up to a convoy of men in black, and luckily they didn't shoot us. They turned out to be the OST, in charge of transporting nuclear weapons.
No aliens, haven't transported an alien.
Darn it. Our I-team colleague John Ralston did one of his usual numbers on an obscure senator from the Midwest.
There's a story out today about how you supported the Dick Cheney bill and he opposed it. That bill gave subsidies to the oil and gas companies.
And that chastised senator was never heard from again.
To draw upon unused renewable groundwater supplies in East Central.
The Water Authority spent millions of your dollars on public relations and lobbyists, one of whom charged you, the public, for his wine and bourbon and racks of lamb. Another consultant who's paid more than $200 an hour earned some of her dough by teaching water workers cubicle etiquette so they could all get along. Here's a cubicle tip for free: don't eat beans at lunch. The quote of the year came from Rancher and Tax Commissioner Hank Vogler, who explained why federal employees are not speaking out against the proposed water grab.
Their next assignment will be counting polar bear turds in Point Barrow, Alaska.
Other memorable quotes from '08, and we're kind of paraphrasing: come over here, handsome, and rub my tootsies.
I was up here robbed of my rights, my dignity.
Just a second.
My dignity was taken.
Sir, please.
My dignity, how would you feel if it happened to you?
Speaking about a female judge, romantically inclined Judge Nick Delvecchio remarked to his bailiff, "Would you look at the butt on that one?" or something like that. But it was my stuff.
I just wanted my personal things.
So, you want to know what goes on in those swingers clubs? No, you don't.
Okay, honey, let's go hunt for a couple, you know, and then swap.
2008 marked the 50th anniversary of the word Bigfoot, and two hunters told the world they had one in their freezer. So that's what became of my old raccoon coat. You say the wife needs a new vacuum cleaner? I hear they're giving them away down at Shag's Car Wash. After 20 years of watching the historic Kyle Ranch crumble into dust, North Las Vegas leaders vowed to finally do something about it. And they did. They decided they need to pay for another study. Any day now. Las Vegas lost some of its most interesting characters, including high-rolling pot smuggler Jimmy Shagra, whose lawyer, a guy named Oscar, reportedly changed careers.
Seems to me like when you get over one hurdle, there's another one waiting.
We'll remember Ray Slaughter, who spent the last years of his life fighting for his fellow atomic workers. Slaughter finally succumbed to the cancers he contracted while working at the test site. Also checking out for good was big-hearted oddball Buffalo Jim, whose family still suspects foul play. And move over Pat Benatar, Allison the Mac Attack McCarthy is tuning up for 2009.
Your love is like a tidal wave.
Special props to the self-professed Las Vegas witch who put a curse on this reporter and delivered a customized, personalized voodoo doll, already jammed with carefully targeted needles. Hate to admit it, but that last one really hurt. Happy New Year, everyone. George Knapp, Channel 8 Eyewitness News.
Oh, there's no one like George.
No, he has a way of looking at things.
There's one other story that George wanted to include, but he didn't. It was about a Las Vegas burglar who kept breaking into homes and leaving behind pornography.
George says no matter how many times he left his door unlocked, the guy never showed up at his house. George, thank you for giving us your look back on the year 2008.
Fantastic. We continue to count down to 2009, and we will be right back.
Hi, we're the Jersey Boys. You're counting down to 2009 with Channel 8 Eyewitness News. Happy New Year, Las Vegas.